We're glad to have you with us. A joint initiative to boost the nutritional quality of rural communities has been launched in the Upper River region. It brings together UNICEF, the National Nutrition Agency, and the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare under the theme Building Resilience Through Social Transfer and Nutrition Security. The €3 million EU-funded project is meant to address maternal nutrition challenges of lactating mothers with children under 2 years. Our Mama J attended the eventful launching ceremony, and this is her report.
Efforts to boost the country's health sector through nutritional intervention is gaining momentum, as health authorities are working on social protection policies to guide them to ensure nutrition security and safeguard the vulnerable population. According to the UNICEF Deputy Representative Rupa Laitin, the Central River and Upper River regions of the Gambia have the highest acute malnutrition rates for children under 5 years.
The prevalence of stunting also shows that CRR and URR have highest prevalences, with a national average of 25%, where both regions have higher prevalence of stunting. And stunting is where children are not getting the right vitamins, the right nutrition, to be able to grow, physically grow and develop.
It is against this background that authorities are taking action to reduce the number of undernourished people across the country, thus coming up with this cash transfer scheme to provide the beneficiary mothers with money for food every month.
It will not only help to improve the nutritional status of mothers at household level, but it will also help to strengthen institutional deliveries within the health facilities. As you may know, we have a crippling maternal mortality in the Gambia because we are in 3 digits. So we are trying to help the communities, especially mothers, to ensure that most of these maternal conditions are well addressed before it goes into a critical stage.
The Regional Health Director, Lamin Sise, said the project will be implemented in the North Bank, Central River and Upper River regions of the country.
What we intend to do is to try and register the potential mothers with kids children born within 5 weeks are registered, and once they are registered, it is always on a clinic day. As you can see, we are conducting it at the moment. They are registered. This will be potential Gambians with Gambian document, passport, either passport, a birth certificate, ID card, or a voter's card. Once you are registered, you are confirmed. You are paid $600, and you are scheduled for another clinic day. So this 600 is an unconditional cash transfer that is given to mothers.
The Director of Health Services, Dr. Mamadou Lamin Wage, stated that the government of the Gambia has made significant strides in reducing maternal mortality rate in the country.
Maternal mortality ratio was reduced from 730 per 100,000 in 2000 to 433 per 100,000 live births in 2013. Infant mortality rate from 65 to 34 per 1,000 live births, and the child mortality rate reduced from 95 to 54 per 1,000 live births.
The governor of the Upper River region, Fatoumata Jammeh Touré, noted that a good number of women lost their lives during pregnancy and delivery, and that providing them with cash will not only improve their nutritional status, but will help to empower them economically.
It is important to note that this project will not only address nutritional needs, as I have just stated, at home, but will equally improve and strengthen the institutional delivery in our health facilities. That is, people will be using health facilities to deliver, meaning that more lives will be saved and more health will be restored.
The Executive Director of the Women's Bureau, Binta Jami Sidibe, reiterated government's commitment to ensuring food and nutritional security for the Gambian women.
It is an open secret that women are always in the forefront of development in the Gambia, particularly in the areas of production, reproduction, child care, and upbringing, and thus any project that support women in building their resilience will further facilitate the improvement of the well-being of themselves, their children, and the family.
The National Nutrition Agency, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, are the implementing partners of the 2-year breast project.
It is targeting 5,500 women And by that, it means that for any woman who has delivered within the 5 weeks of the operation of the project is eligible to be a beneficiary of the project. That means every time the mother comes to the health facility, that particular woman is entitled to $600.
Some of the mothers I spoke to, Mansaka Mane of Base Mane Kunda and Dalanda Sidibe of Sare Pirasi, said the monthly allowance of $600 would go a long way in providing them with good and healthy food to balance their nutritional diet. They expressed gratitude to the authorities for the gesture. The ceremony also witnessed a presentation of certificates of appreciation to Bajakunda Health Center for the best performing health facility, while the communities of Koro Julakunda were awarded for their efforts in the successful implementation of the maternal and child health and nutrition and results-based project. Mama J, GRTS.
And over now to a press release, the government of the Gambia wishes to reaffirm that it will continue to pursue an open and liberal economy aimed at boosting trade and economic growth. A press release from the Office of the President informs the public that government has taken the following measures. The ban on the importation of onions and potatoes is lifted. Therefore, all importers of onions and potatoes are free to import these products. In another development, government has decided to reduce duty on imported flour from 47% to the normal rate of 20%, and the reference value shall be the transaction value. Furthermore, the additional measures of $1 per kilo of cement and 5% excise tax are now removed. The release ends. And now, how do we manage our waste was the catchword that resonated during a day-long convergence for waste collectors and others in the chain of work at the Carnifing municipality. The event was meant to raise awareness on effective waste management strategies. The pursuit to drive efficiency into urban waste collection is also being backed by.
It has over the years been grappling with domestic waste, which is a cause of concern for authorities. Waste management.
This sensitization workshop is an appropriate one, and NAUSU is pleased to associate with it. However, other interventions that can be considered should also be considered alongside. Your recommendations should be shared with all relevant stakeholders so that together we can make a change in the waste management situation of our municipalities and councils.
The forum was meant to raise awareness on waste management for collectors, generators and others in the chain to enable them strategize what has become a threat to social and environmental health.
According to research, each individual generates nothing less than 1 kilogram of waste, meaning on a daily basis, KMC collects nothing less than thousands of tons of waste. Despite the fact that chunk of our yearly budget goes to waste management, but still we have huge gap to fill. As a council, we will continue to engage key stakeholders like you to find lasting solution to this problem.
The participants are hoping to learn innovative approaches on how to reduce waste accumulation and recycling methods that are not applied in the country.
Although in the Gambia we are able to collect waste from doors, markets and hospitals, but to manage our waste is always a problem. But for this workshop we expect to learn more and, if possible, to implement it in our various areas.
It is expected that for GRTS News, this is Aissatou Keita.
A cultural group called the Kabuka Bajol has launched a book that chronicles their ways and mores. The group, which was established to help conserve and nurture the culture and language of the Bajol people in the Gambia, is one of few organizations involved in the restoration of ancient indigenous languages. Well, Sayyidu Kamara has more in this report.
This is the Kabuka Bajol Association on a grand launch of their maiden cultural festival in the Gambia. The event was marked by exciting cultural exposition that showcased traditions of the Bajol tribes. This included an exhibition of cultural tools and food, as well as the inauguration of a book written by Kemo Seidi, entitled Ojuwal. PRO of the Bajol Association, Dr. Raymond Seidi, explained the significance of culture and preservation of language as a means of communication.
In January 1st, 2015, the association was created by the Bajol to revive our culture, our language, and our tribe.
For the president of the Bajol Association, Alaji Umar,
people to come together so that we can revive our language, not to be extinction. Last year, we make a cultural festival in Guinea-Bissau. I saw a lot of things, a lot of traditional, and then that gave me impression that to call people, and I said, look, I have to try and do something in the Gambia here also, and call people to come and witness it. This is the reason why this thing happened today.
Local author Kemo Seidi called on the Bajol to acquire his book in order to better understanding of their culture.
Many of us, they are Bajol, yes, but they didn't know some words. Example, if you ask the people here, how do they call a lion? And then they don't know. Many of them, they don't know. But if they buy the book, they will see in the book the name of lion.
The Director of Creative Arts at the National Center for Art and Culture, Sir Umar Jallo, commended the Bajol for initiative, a vital move towards the preservation of their tradition. Jallo gave assurance of the NCAC's constant support to the Bajol tribe and congratulated Kemo Seidi for writing a book in his native language.
Our motive in this is using culture for national reconciliation. We wanted to see so that people take ethnicity and languages are not barriers, their ethnicity.
Sute Jao, Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Tourism and Culture, highlighted the importance of cultural preservation.
It got to a level when it was almost extreme, helping themselves to come on board, among types of nations and the world. The new government of the Republic of the Gambia, under the able leadership of His Excellency Adam Barrow, is about hosting an international symposium on what we call cultural diversity as it.
In the Gambia, they are called Jolinka, originating from Guinea-Bissau during the Liberation War of the 1960s and 1970s. In the Gambia, they can be mostly found in Busumbala, Yundum, Gunjur, and Talindin, with surnames like Malat, Seidi, and Bajampat. Saidu Kamara, GRTS News.
Well, you're watching the Simon on GRTS, and a quick reminder of our top stories. A €3 million funded initiative aimed at boosting the nutritional quality of rural communities has partnered UNICEF, the National Nutrition Agency, and the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. Municipal officials in Kanifing convened a day-long convergence premised on driving efficiency in urban litter management for waste collectors and others in that chain of work. The Kabuka Bajol Cultural Group chronicles their history in a historical piece that delves into the tribe's ancient ways of as local writer Kemo Seidi unveils his first book. A new